listen carefully, and you might just hear Enzo Ferrari spinning in his grave. Because what's coming next is something even he could never have imagined. The first, ever, pure electric Ferrari. And it's not a rumor anymore. It's almost ready for the world. But here's the question, is the world ready for it? Today, we're stepping inside the gates of Maranello, the beating heart of Ferrari, to uncover the most secretive project in the company's history. No, we won't see the final design yet. That unveiling comes next year. But today, we see what really matters. The technology under the skin, the systems, the motors, the battery, and the soul of what could redefine Ferrari forever. So buckle in, because this isn't just an evolution, it's a revolution. For decades, Ferrari has been about sound, the scream of a V12, the fire of combustion. But this time, silence has entered the factory. And within that silence, power like you've never imagined. Underneath the chassis lies a masterpiece of engineering. For electric motors, 2 on each axle, permanent magnet synchronous motors, bred directly from Formula One DNA. The front motors deliver 282 horsepower. The rear, 831. Together, over 1,000 horses of pure electric fury. And yet, Ferrari says, it's not just about numbers. It's about feel. Because the moment you press that accelerator, 8,000 Newton meters of torque slam through the rear axle. Another 3,000 up front. You don't drive it, you unleash it. Each front motor spins up to 30,000 revolutions per minute. The rear, 25,000. And then comes the magic, a disconnector. With a flick, Ferrari lets you switch from all-wheel to rear-wheel drive. Not for showboating, but for efficiency. At highway speeds, it decouples the front axle, stretching every mile out of its colossal 122 kilowatt-hour battery. 0 to 60, 2.5 seconds. Top speed, 193 miles an hour. But this is only half the story. Let's talk about the heart, that massive battery. 122 kilowatt-hours. Over 330 miles of range. And the ability to charge at lightning speeds, 350 kilowatts. It runs on an 800-volt architecture, with the highest energy density of any EV on sale, 195 watt-hours per kilogram. To put that in perspective, that's more than the Rimac Nevera, one of the fastest EVs ever built. But Ferrari didn't just want power. They wanted purity. 85% of those cells sit flat in the floor, tightly integrated into the chassis, lowering weight, lowering the center of gravity, sharpening every turn. And look closely. Under the rear seats, you'll see something else. Confirmation. Yes, this Ferrari has 4 seats. A GT-like design. A machine for the road and for the bloodline. They could have stretched the wheelbase for more range. Every other EV maker does. But this is Ferrari. Range doesn't come first. Handling does. They kept it short, tight, alive. Because every Ferrari must feel like it wants to dance. Even more genius, the battery and components are built to last generations. Ferrari designed them to be replaceable. Because a Ferrari should never die. One day, your grandchild might take the same car, slide out its battery, and install a solid-state pack with twice the range and half the weight. That's how you build a legacy that outlives time itself. Now look at the chassis. 75% of it is recycled aluminum, saving 6.7 tons of CO2 per car. It's strong, light, and 80 millimeters lower in center of gravity than a traditional Ferrari. Lower, sharper, faster. And for the first time ever, Ferrari built a separate rear subframe. Why? Because an electric Ferrari is quiet. Too quiet. When you remove the roar of a V12, you start hearing everything, every vibration, every hum. So Ferrari engineered a special elastic bushing that filters out the noise but keeps the car razor sharp. Comfort meets chaos. GT comfort meets track-borne precision. Suspension? A 48-volt active system that's alive, literally. It can adjust the height, stiffness, and roll at every corner individually, in real time. Each wheel moves with its own brain. Add 4-wheel steering and torque vectoring, and you have a car that feels telepathic. It reads the road, predicts motion, and reacts instantly. Sure, it weighs 2.3 tons. But when you drive it, Ferrari promises it won't feel like it. And yes, Ferrari's journey with electricity isn't new. It began in Formula One back in 2009, when hybrid tech first entered the grid. Then came the LaFerrari in 2013, the V12 hybrid that turned electricity into art. The SF90 in 2019, the 296 GTB in 2021. Each step, a spark toward this moment. But this is the leap, the first fully electric Ferrari. And it raises one haunting question. Without a combustion engine, what will it sound like? Because Ferrari is sound. The wail of a V12 isn't noise, it's identity. So Ferrari did something bold. They're not faking sound through speakers. They're creating it from within. Here's how. Every inverter, every motor, creates real vibrations. Ferrari's engineers placed precision accelerometers on the inverter cases to record those microscopic vibrations and translate them into sound. Then they amplify the frequencies, filter out the unwanted noise, and deliver the raw, authentic pulse of electric power to the cabin. Ferrari describes it like an electric guitar. You don't fake the sound. You amplify the truth. And that's what they're doing here. Not simulation, translation. The real hum of electrons turned into music. We haven't heard it yet. Ferrari's keeping that secret for now. But when they finally reveal it, expect goosebumps. Driving modes? Oh, Ferrari went wild with this. Forget boring EV throttles. This car introduces something called torque shift engagement. 5 levels of acceleration. When you're flat on the pedal, you pull the right paddle and the car hits harder. Each pull feels like an upshift. More power, more torque, more adrenaline. Then you pull the left paddle on braking, and the Regan kicks harder, mimicking engine braking. It's not fake gears. It's Ferrari's version of rhythm and emotion in an electric world. There's also the e-Manettino with 3 drive modes: range, torque, and performance. Switch between all-wheel and rear-wheel. Then the traditional Manettino, from ICE to ESC off, where Ferrari basically says, "You're on your own, mate." Even with ESC off, torque vectoring and active suspension remain, because chaos still needs control. Now let's look around. Ferrari isn't alone in this race. Lamborghini teased the Lanzador. Bentley has its EV SUV coming. McLaren's tinkering. Porsche unveiled the Mission X, then quietly pulled it back. But Ferrari isn't whispering. Ferrari's doing. They're blocking out the noise and taking the plunge. So what have we learned? It's faster than reason, smarter than belief, and built not just to move but to endure. But the biggest question remains, can Ferrari, the brand built on fire and fuel, create an electric car that still makes your heart race? Maybe Enzo Ferrari is spinning in his grave. Or maybe he's smiling, because the legacy he started isn't dying. It's evolving. And this is the sound of the future roaring to life. If you want to see the first full reveal when Ferrari finally unveils it next year, subscribe, stay tuned, and keep your eyes on Maranello. Because history isn't coming quietly. It's charging in at 193 miles an hour.